So we're at the point where anything is possible, huh? Welcome to the League of Legends Support Spotlight featuring Samira.
You want style? You found her.
Just recycle some abilities and add a few gimmicks here and there and you got yourself a new champion. Samira is that new champion. She literally is just a bunch of characters mangled all together, turned into a single champion. That makes you question a lot. Is she a range or a melee or both? Is she a marksman, an assassin, or a bracer? Can a Tiamat work with her? What kind of soul does Kayn get from her? Can you press the like and subscribe? Can you use her as support? Well, I mean, it says marksman and range on her bio, but wait, it will make more sense in a while. Just give me a few. To start off, passive. She has a fancy two-part passive. In this day and age, can you really call it a new champion if it doesn't have a two-part passive? Hey? Samira's ability or auto attacks that hit at least a single enemy will grant Samira a, wait for it, style. Stacking up to 6 times, each represented by a letter from E to S, and the next thing you'll know, you'll be playing Tekken or Super Smash Bros and do some crazy combos. The second part is her being able to have a melee form. Is it useful? No. Does it give her an advantage? No. But it gives her an additional magic damage. By how much? Piss. There are also other interactions with her ability, but we'll get to that later. Additionally, yes, there's more. I initially thought there were 2. She can apply a mini stun to immobilize targets, knocking them up. Yes, that means airborne. In lane, you will see a visual cue on who you can knock up, similar to Yasuo's ulti indicator, but it will almost always show up when you least expect it, like this also resets your auto attack and she performs a short dash when slightly out of range. So have at it. Note that it has a short cooldown and is not limited to champions. Man, her passive alone is an essay. Moving on to her Q called Flare. Think about it as like a budget Ezreal Q. It's a skill shot, it's spammy, single fire, and has a short cooldown, like way too short. But unlike Ezreal Q, it has a short range, like PC short range. It also doesn't apply on hit effects, but instead apply, crit, and lifesteal, which is a fair trade in my opinion, and it also has a sweep feature. When the target is just in front of Samira, she will instead do a sweep, damaging enemies in a cone. This applies 100% lifesteal by the way, which has an insane sustain because healing in Season 10 is such a meme! There's more mechanics, but we'll get to that later. If you think Yasuo Windwall is cool, well, you're wrong. This lady slices a projectile thrown at her and that's badass. Blade Whirl. Like Yasuo's Windwall, it blocks projectiles. Unlike Yasuo's Windwall, it blocks in all directions. It only lasts for 1.25 seconds, which is technically more of a cleanse than a Windwall since Windwall lasts for about 4 seconds. But whatever, Windwall sounds much better. And it can also deal damage twice. Once at the cast, second at the end. Suck on that, Yasuo mains. During the duration of the cast, you can't use an attack or Q, and it also has a long cooldown. So treat this like a severe E, but can only block projectiles. But hey, it looks badass. What else do you want? Then you have your E, Weldrush. In a nutshell, like a Kiana E or a Fizz Q, but I guess you can call it better. Samira slides into yaw DMs like a hoe, doesn't matter friend or foe, which she then gains an attack speed for 3 seconds, while in animation using your Q will leave bombs on path detonating at the end of the animation. Takedown on enemy champions will reset the cooldown of this ability, so either you will be the best Samira player in the world weaving in and out of the battlefield, or be an idiot and miscalculate the damage done by your abilities and die without doing anything. So timing would be crucial. And no, this is not an execute ability like most reset abilities are, so you don't have to worry about it. And also, don't spam it. You don't want to accidentally end up in sticky situations. Remember what I said in the beginning about recycling champions? I don't have to tell you what this looks like. Imagine Katarina ult but you can move. That is exactly what her ult does. Inferno trigger. I don't have to put into perspective how broken this move is, but the caveat is you have to have a fully stacked passive. But it doesn't have a cooldown and will cost 0 mana at level 16 and can apply crit and lifesteal at 100% effectiveness. What more can you ask? You slap on a Katarina ulti on her, enable right click and you got yourself a champion that got emergency hotfix on day 1. I mean, seriously though, is this all really necessary? Her other abilities can pretty much duel or even 2v1 sometimes, and in team fights it's insane on how much damage this ability can deal, and she can use it multiple times unless you get CC and die. I should warn you that there's a downside of using this ability. You see, as humans, when you see something you don't know or you sense danger, you trigger this ability known as fight or flight, and the most common reaction is grabbing an object nearest to you and throw it at the source of the problem. You see, the moment you use R, you can feel the enemy's eyes glow red. And you know that they know that either you die or they die, so you're on your own. Good luck. You can't use her, an effective champion, without discussing the runes and items. But wait, there's more. You can never be a good Samira unless you know this ability, the pinnacle of BM. Her taunt. Riot, good job. You overdid it. I don't think there's ever going to top up this BM. You toss a coin to an enemy champion, dealing 1 true damage in exchange for 1 gold. That statement alone is badass and BM. But it gets even better. When they die and when you use this emote, it gives them a measly 1 gold. And it gets even better. When you can successfully hit a champion, it gives you a style stack. Honestly, this is the best taunt in game so far. Now let's talk about how you can maximize your potential with runes and items. For runes, I still think Conquerors is the best, just because healing on her abilities plus healing of Conquerors is a meme in Season 10. So joke's on you, don't hate the player, hate the game. For items, I find a lot of success in Steel Shoulder Guards, Berserker's Greaves, Umbral Glaive, Essence Reaver, Affinity Edge, and something defensive, either Visage, Omen, or Death's Dance. And hey, if you found something better, let me know down in the comment section. So the question that really matters is, can you play her as support? Wait, let me rephrase that question. Is she a good support? No.
Hey, Adnat here. Sorry for the short video. I have been quite busy IRL, but I do hope you enjoy it. I'll make it up next time. Bye.